PewQ has 1 win. It's best 3 out of 5. This will be the 4th game of the series. If Thee wins, then it's over.
If.
All right, let's check out these spawns.
Oh, look at Pew's spawn. The amount of animals he has.
Yeah, that's pretty beautiful.
Economic. Oh, the Alpha is really restricted on exterior resources, which will make it harder for him to go any direction and find a village. He's very encouraged to go south towards the fruit, where he should be able to. No, he won't find a village there. There's nothing. That's
get too close to Pew's capital.
Yeah. He's going to basically walk into Pew, and Pew's going to be able to head towards actual villages with good resources. All depends on if the Alpha follows his scarce resources that lead nowhere. His best bet really is to go for the blank tiles, but that's never a gamble you want to take.
It's just really worrying if you might send that archer east here, looking at the fruit and animal.
Yeah.
It's certainly more appealing than the single animal on the edge over to the west with the field tile. But as we know, it doesn't lead to anything. It's just player stone.
Yeah. The Alpha is really considering this. I mean, a single forest and a single fruit isn't great either, but he doesn't know necessarily PewQ is down there. There's a few things he could do to infer it, but I don't know if he would. And he's heading that direction. We're going to be in for... It all depends on where PewQ goes. Because the Alpha's about to walk into nowhere. Okay, they're both going to walk into nowhere.
That's like really unfortunate for them that their best resources are in the one place that's like guaranteed not to have any.
Yeah. The one thing for PewQ is he also has resources to other areas, and he has better capital resources. So if it was to be like a prolonged capital versus capital fight, PewQ just has more stuff to do with. And there we go.
Yes. Like PewQ has these insane resources. Like this is like a beautiful spawn for like math and border growth.
The Alpha is probably just going to upgrade, get a workshop. There's not much else he could do with the money. But from there, we're going to see PewQ go for something similar. Standard economic development.
I'm thinking that Pew's like ideal move is probably moving both his units like back west, killing with the archer.
I think he was checking to see if he had a 2 fruit, because if he had 2 fruit, he was probably going to buy orb to see if there were farms. Because he paused and went back. Either that or he was always thinking hunting, he just wanted to double check.
I mean, it might be nice to like kill that archer of the warrior, but it just doesn't lead to anything. He's not going to capture a village. He's not going to siege the Alpha's capital.
Yeah, neither of them can
means that he has
fully
to
attack each other.
Yeah.
That won't stop them from fighting for a little bit, but it's going to need to be whoever goes for the next villages starts upgrading, getting giants, because Hoodrick has a very big defensive advantage with archers because they can shoot further than they can see, and because your capital already has vision, you can very easily retreat and kill units without taking damage. Same thing with the defense bonus. It's a defender's game in these sort of situations, so they both need to find other villages, start working towards giants, because once you have a unit with that kind of bulk, then you can actually start to attack your enemy in a Hoodrick mirror.
For sure. Yeah, we're going to see him retreating, looking for more villages. I would assume the same with Pew, like heading west here.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a fine move to send his warrior over there to get the kill on the archer. That prevents the like vision gain. But at the same time, it's holding him back from getting a village.
To be fair, he has assumed closer proximity to a village than the Alpha, but they're both going to get it around the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing is, does Pew have a third easy village or not?
Maybe he's fine with delaying a village if he's thinking about teching into math, maybe. Like delaying village capture together.
I mean, he has to be thinking of math in a spot like this. It's just too many giants.
If I like see him like buy forest straight to chop every forest he has and go riding roads.
Oh, the Alpha may have 2 villages. That's good.
Let's see what he trains here.
I don't think he should train
might
in the
be budgeting
units.
out.
He doesn't
Yeah,
really need any combat here. He just needs to take those other villages and start
because he doesn't
upgrading
really
them.
have. He doesn't
He
really have
can't get
anywhere
any
else.
offensive pressure with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he
All
doesn't
right.
train in the units. He knows that as well. Ooh, ruin.
I think he's wondering about pushing for more vision or staying on the more safe forest defense bonus tile.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like it should matter too much either way. I mean, like, even if he moves into his vision, I doubt the Alpha attacks him instead of stepping on the village. In that village,
Well,
the Alpha sees.
the thing with if he's thinking of the Alpha's capital location, the forest shows all possible village tiles because the other three are what I believe the Alpha sees within his 5x5, so he could reasonably infer that
Yep,
there's no village there or a low chance thereof.
for sure.
But
Good.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
this
he
is cool
considered that
here
and went for the
anyways.
forest.
So if he moves this archer, he might, is he gonna
Very
move, like, cut off
interesting
the
how all
clock?
those resources came from PewQ's capital and nowhere else.
Yeah. I mean,
So
like,
the Alpha
sometimes,
stands a bit of a chance here. Is he gonna chop? Don't think he should. I think that slows down Cap Giant.
yeah, I think he's gotta be really focused on that. Okay.
Okay, I guess he'll go for Giant elsewhere and then
I think
using the
if he was,
monument, he can try to
moving
upgrade the capital.
at least chopped in a way that didn't disrupt his sawmill spot, like the level 3
Yeah.
sawmill spot.
Well, there's a level 4 with the border expand.
Yeah, it's just how is he? Well, he could have had border expand with level 4 on that
Yeah,
other one, and it's just
he's
that it's going to be a lot harder to get that now too.
well now he's slowed himself to math because he's at 7 stars next turn. Oh wait, no, he can still buy math. Okay, I was thinking it was 10.
Yeah, Warrior's going to get punished by this capital archer probably. I don't think he's going to kill it just because that means he has to move his other archer like away from the village.
Mm-hmm. PewQ is considering upgrades, but he's thinking of the sawmill position, and that's why he's standing here and thinking over which to chop. Because, okay, so he's dedicating himself to that sawmill, which is level 6.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
That's why he paused and thought, because he was running through the mental math of, all right, how many resources is this? What level does this give it to me? Do I need all the trees here? Because while you want the highest level possible, you don't want it to be over the amount of what would give you like the highest number of giants, because after that the excess resources and population is useless. You might as well just chop. But he considered that. That's why it took a little bit of time. He decided to chop there.
This explorer is really useful.
Very informative.
Showing everything PewQ's going to do. Looks like there's
Yeah.
going to be another village up in the north as well.
Did you call the Alpha Joe Young?
I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe I misheard you. He can step to the forest, hit the archer. That's real nice. He's able to really play range combat here.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, if he, he should back here.
And because
I don't see why P would retaliate. Like he knows
because
the archer.
PewQ didn't hit, he's going to be able to pretty much solidify his condition here. It's going to come down to the Giants, which, depending on the ruin, PewQ will be able to get so many Giants so quickly, the Alpha won't be able to do anything. 3 pop, ooh. This is getting interesting.
Yeah, that kind of affects all the mental math.
That's Giant right there. Well,
But yeah, he's just got it.
he's going for the border expand, not the super quick Giant, but that doesn't matter. He's getting, what is it?
You can just drop twice for a giant.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
sure that's still enough
he
for.
gets Giant now, and then he gets like another next turn, and then like in 2 turns a third or something like that. Just look, eyeballing this.
Yeah, it's an incredible sawmill spot. I think he must be counting out like if he's gonna get 2 or 3 giants here, how much he wants to chop.
Well, I think he goes for 3 because the sawmill itself is going to be what, 6 population, but he already has that, so plus that's 8. it's 13 population for level 6 and 7. So 13 minus the monument is 10, minus the level 6 minus the one hut, that's 7. So you're at 3. That's only like a bear and like 2 trees. So he can still chop, what is it? 1, 2, 3. He chops like 7 trees still, and he has 3 giants. It's insane. He could go for 4, but at that point, the speed of it is a bit slower. But that is still a consideration.
Yeah, just the number of giants he's going to be pushing out here is going to be incredible. Like, even if the alpha can take out one of these, like the next 2 that are just coming in.
And I think the alpha will, if he doesn't realize it already, he will very quickly see that once he starts seeing the sawmills and the other giants coming down, because that is a lot of trees. And he's thinking through his current plan for how to math. That's why he's saving the little level 4 location there and not placing a hut there. The one issue with that is it does make getting the chopping and capital made it much more difficult for him to get his first giant, so he is somewhat dependent on the ruin result. Unlike PewQ had the very secure capital giant just because he had so many resources.
Yeah, math was just a cherry on top. Not something he really needed.
I like that he's going for a lot of archers, even though it slows down his giant development, because he can't out-giant PewQ here, and he needs some form of range damage to whittle down the giants.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he can like get 2 lumber huts here and then just chop everything else and still get 3 giants just because of that incredible sawmill spot.
He's going for... Alright, so the reason PewQ didn't move and then push is because in Moonrise, if you push a unit and they haven't taken an action yet, they still have it, so that allowed him to get extra movement that he wouldn't have otherwise.
And the question is how the defense is Central City.
And that's how you could mind bend specific units. Like, say you have a mind bender on the city, you giant push it, and it just mind bends. Closest thing you'll get to a mind bender that has dash.
This is gonna, I mean, sure you can like attack it here. Is that going to be enough damage like by the time it steps on the city?
I don't
Maybe he just like
know.
grabs the defender.
Because we know PewQ is just gonna like bum rush that. He may have to go mathematics for a catapult. He's thinking of a defender, but I think catapult may be the only way he gets enough damage down. Because PewQ can always bring in just like an archer or a catapult or a warrior just to support that giant and kill the defender in like one hit.
I think math is definitely the way to go. Catapult for damage on
Yeah.
that city up in the north, and then math is also fantastic for his upgrading, which he's going to need some giants.
Yeah, he need. Let's see. He does not have enough money for a catapult next turn. But this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
His
4,
number of
5,
archers
6.
is incredible.
That's 6 archers in range. That kills over 2 turns. So even though he will be sieged, I think he breaks the siege.
And normally you don't want to have like an army of only archers, just because like warriors will like defeat you. Like it'll just be spent less on do more damage attacking you and stuff. But
Yeah.
giants don't have dash.
Plus, he has no real alternative. Archers are very cost effective in terms
I
of
mean,
damage against big, bulky units.
just playing from one city, you want like the big units like giants, but just if you're able to like push out more units than your opponent, they don't have any way to counter like knights or something.
Yeah, PewQ
You
sees
can
at
just
least
pump out
3 archers, and he knows there's going to be more. So he's thinking through exactly what pace to get them at. He doesn't have math yet, I don't believe, so he'll get that next turn and do some stuff with that. But he's trying to consider how much damage the giants are going to get done. Oh, he healed it! I like that. He's waiting for both of them to overlap.
His pushing won't accomplish much.
Yeah. Plus, that removes the number of units that the alpha can attack with, simply because he is not walking into the archers. So any farther back cities where they're being produced can't walk forward and hit them as easily. Only the ones at the front line can. Granted,
like
that's going to be 4 of
capitalizing.
them, but
He's kind of capitalizing on this to get rid of that warrior, which could be a pain to him since he has an extra turn to deal with that giant now, though. Or maybe he just doesn't finish it off. Okay.
he still has 1. Why didn't he hit with it?
Attack with. Okay. Yeah.
I guess he just forgot. All right, PewQ's getting math.
I think he could have gotten that third math giant by chopping on his capital last turn.
Yeah.
He's moving that warrior. What? A full health archer will kill a defense. Wait, no, it came from a forest too. Okay, yeah, it won't die here. If the alpha advances that other archer. Yeah. He only needs 7 stars for another capital giant.
Good explorer for PewQ. He's know what he's dealing with now. He can see that he's limited on the immediate giant in the central city. He can see there's not that the resources he does see rather in the third city in the northeast aren't that great yet. He doesn't see any sawmills yet.
So the rest of these forests can't be too useful for him, right? He's not like he's going to be able to get a 4th giant here. I would have expected him to chop and train a unit instead. I'm not sure what he's keeping them around for. It's not like he's going to be able to get... I mean, if he is using them for the defense bonuses later in the game, then probably already lost his capital. He might want to come out with, like...
The alpha finally got math.
Yeah, if he can just, like, start advancing a catapult from his, 3rd city up in the north, like, northeast. Yeah, I mean, Hugh has the... Like, if he gets... I mean, chivalry might be attractive to him to deal with all these archers.
The only issue is the archers are somewhat in range, so he would have to...
Yeah, they're in range of both of his cities. So
Oh, there's a catapult.
Nice. Is pushing all of these giants back. I think a lot of like the mental math that he was doing earlier in the game about solidifying his little giant, maybe like keeping that archer away from his capital, maybe like delaying capture on his 2nd city uh, to get math faster. It was all nice because giants are super useful. It's just that in this scenario here, what he really needs are like he needs more units to deal with these archers.
And when you have very few it's there is a like threshold return when your opponent gets so many cities above you because their unit production is so much higher, which usually turns into them having aggressive pressure so close to your cities that you can't produce units there.
Yeah. Like a giant on its own isn't going to win the game. A lot of people would, rush knights to go for chivalry rush, but chivalry rush is like, Narf will talk about it. when you get a bunch of riders supported by a knight to break through, not a single knight, because that isn't going to win you the game by itself.
Mm-hmm. Knights are something always in addition to, especially with the health debuff. They no longer have 15, because before there were some scenarios where you could just chuck them and they were bulky enough to see if they'd last, but now they always have to be with a larger army.
Yeah. This is a devastating game for Pew.
Mm-hmm. Insane capital spawn just to not have that many villages nearby, but it creates a very interesting dynamic.
Yeah, and looking at it, they are the same distance away from
the center,
that central village.
Who was first
We're gonna see
over?
a resign here. Okay.
The Alpha is the
Maybe
grand
it's just
champ.
checking time. Okay.
Oh.
That hurts. I'd much rather stars or I don't know, free spirit to chivalry or something, I'm sure. And it's just difficult. You can't really train units with these archers where they are. It's like hard to make an advance anywhere. And the
You
longer
can't
this
really
game
go
goes on,
forward
the
into the
more
catapults.
the alpha's eco advantage piles up.
Yeah. And once the Alpha starts getting his giants, then it's just, there's nothing you can do.
Let's see what he goes for. I mean, like, being on 2 cities, especially, like, as high level as they are, he is able to better afford chivalry if he wants to tech into that, or, like, whatever he would get.
Mm-hmm.
I hate saying chivalry because it's, like, a knight would be nice to have, it's just that it doesn't say that he'd be able to get a knight, like, trained on either of his cities with, where the
You can
alphas are.
maybe leverage the sword in the west to create space against the archers, because the sword will one-shot archers, so they'll have to back off a little bit, unless they just damage it beforehand, but that's about
He
his
just moves his
best bet.
catapult and uses
Rude.
that spin.
Okay. It's not bad, actually. It keeps the archers moving quicker.
Usually you don't think of slow defensive economic games as being all about who's able to expand into more villages, but it kind of looks like that's how it was decided here.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way he was
That
able to
center village
utilize
was
ranged
really
units.
key. I think killing the archer and the little no man's land between them is what led PewQ to being slower to the village. He could have had that in the center.
Yeah, for sure. I think he had other opportunities to try to fight for it, but he gave it up instead. You want to go ahead and undeafen him? Yeah, that archer
The Alpha
moved back
wasn't
to the
deafened.
village. Okay. I was talking about his turn anyways. He's good. He knows what he did. But that archer move back to the central village was kind of interesting. I mean, I guess he didn't have stars or.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the resign.
Is it?
Oh, what?
I don't know what he's server stuff. Is that a way to mitigate like and it gets so much worse? Yeah. Yeah, I find leaving a game that like half loaded or like stuck like that is more of a hindrance than anything.
He's thinking about tech. Probably for knights.
Yeah. Got those catapults that could be adding
They're
like both of his
exposed if he
villages.
had roads.
Yeah. Like he's able to buy roads here, but he must be like thinking about saving up for something else here.
Yeah.
He must not have confidence in roads right now.
Interesting.
That would have been okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I think that is probably his only path to victory, especially with the Alpha like moving these archers back away from him like this.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the Alpha is going to either road it for the kill or road to start getting his giants, and then once the giants come in, it's
PewQ ended his turn though. He's all good on time. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened here. I mean, the Alpha's in a great position, obviously. With like the number of cities he has and everything. But he's just not playing aggressively, and he's opening that window for a knight to come out and muck up all his plans.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be enough for PewQ to win here, but he's certainly making it harder on himself. I think he's just like waiting to like put out his own giants and then advance with those, but I think it was in a pretty nice position to.
Yeah. Especially because he just had more production. He could just spam riders or archers and just kept moving forward. And PewQ would either have to move into him and take more damage or move like in and just collapse.
That's a gutsy move, positioning those giants like that. He can like move them further forward to like prevent archers from stopping a knight. Because the other thing is that PewQ doesn't know that the Alpha has vision on both of his cities.
He could probably infer it if he was paying attention to score.
Yeah.
Or from the fact that the tiles that the Alpha is able to hit him with, there's a knight.
The problem is that the Alpha has roads now.
Yeah, all in on this.
He only has the one archer in range, even with roads. Been backing up so much.
Wait a second.
Yeah, there's a defense boosted knight that's been hit by an archer once. Yeah. Does that kill or not? That's what it comes down to here.
I don't think it kills. It can kill catapults, but not archers or whatever, because knights now are very frail.
They kill like an 8 health archer though. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the Alpha's just going to move his units so that they don't get chained.
Yeah, he's just going to go for giants.
He might not even attack this knight. I don't think like this one knight is going to be the one that wins, but he's able to. What's the idea?
Org, to be
is he
honest.
gonna go for org giant? I mean,
yeah, get an org giant there. You don't really need to
like
monument.
save the Park of Fortune.
Yeah. And now that gives him another giant there. Yeah. Good play.
Yeah, I think it's really impressive.
He optimizes giant production.
Mm-hmm. I think it's quite impressive the longevity of PewQ's giants here, getting chipped away at constantly, but still around. Oh, yeah. So yeah, he's not going to push forward here. I think he should just sacrifice like that one archer. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Good play. That's the alpha.
Well, no, he hit. He went to the confirm turn screen and he's still moving. He's done. Everyone's defense.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I mean, the problem I have with that play is he's in the exact same position he was last turn. Pew just trains another knight on his capital, and now he has no way to punish him.
But at the same time, he's gonna start getting giants from pretty much every city.
Yeah, I don't think he's in a losing position.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, or if he slips up.
Yeah, I just think that he's opening problems for himself that he just didn't need to open.
How many minutes has this game been going on for? If it hits 40, you want to let them keep playing.
I've got time.
Yeah, I kind of want to see.
This is the grand finals, baby.
Yeah, because technically the alpha wins by decision here, just from the number of cities and bigger economy. But I want to see if he is able to kill Pew, or if he slips up, which one happens first.
Yeah, for sure.
Because PewQ has very interesting offensive potential here. He's very slow and steady waiting for it.
I mean, he's certainly in a significantly better position than he was 4 turns ago.
Yeah, if he got Gate of Power, which he should soon, he could pretty feasibly go for Giant in the West. I like that. Oh, that was nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Pressure. The pressure made him freak out, poor guy. He was going back and forth. He's like, oh. That was pure adrenaline for 10 seconds for Pew.
Alright, I think those are panic defenders.
Yeah, those are. They won't stop the attack either. Plus,
I mean, the
you could just get
issue.
catapult. You could get catapults in the back and no siege would sick, but he's going to be able to siege regardless of defenders. So it's giants and catapults are the play for that side.
Yeah, I mean, the problem for Pew is that it's still 5 cities against 2.
Yeah. Defender
as long as he's able to just
huh?
add time to the game.
Defender up
He's
there
gonna,
is real interesting.
He's using defenders there to push forwards later in the game.
This
But
is.
the big advantage is just that Pew doesn't have any ranged units at all. This is going to make these giants a lot harder for him to deal with.
Yeah. But at the same time, he can keep using his knights to threaten them to go back. But let's see. With Rhodes, he can easily take the. Hold up.
You can get a nice chain here, through both those catapults.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhodes and
Oh my gosh! Go up, go up, go up. You got another knight. You got another knight, buddy. Go up, go up, go up. Go up to the first catapult, then hook left to the catapult, turn right to the rider.
Okay.
Oh no! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No, this is good because then this gives him a siege on the central city as well. He can use roads and everything because he has a what is it?
I thought he was just
It's
going to
8 stars
use.
for. Well, no, it's 8 stars. It's 8 stars for roads. He buys roads. He then takes the sword. Well, he has to do some other stuff, but he can siege with that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he's just going to use 2 riders and a knight to go through the defender, then
Yeah.
chain around the capital. But
He's. Ooh. That was interesting. I mean, he can go for that as well. Yeah, because that's exposed and that has the
Okay.
least like giant near it. That's good. I like that. Especially because the Alpha didn't train a ranged unit in the north. He trained a defender, so that means he has no offensive ability there. He's thinking through the combo trying to remember if the sword will kill him. Now it does.
That's a really nice move there.
That was. I honestly, he should chop in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It'll be
He had an option to double disband, double chop it, and like take the knight in the south and bring it towards the catapult. It wasn't necessary though. He didn't have much going on there, so what he did was perfectly fine. It would have been needlessly expensive and lost units. I like how he's playing this though.
And I would have expected him to have moved his knight like west of his capital up. Maybe he's I don't know if he doesn't know that he has vision there.
Not having the catapult in the top city, the giant push it and hit the sword is really hurting D right now.
For sure.
He just loses the city, right? Or wait, no. Border expand.
What
Okay.
does he have? I have border expand.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he barely has
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, for that knight gone up. No, he doesn't.
Why did he do the 2 huts there instead of the top hut by the lumber, by the sawmill? He could have saved money.
Yeah. Tiny micro mistake. Easy pressure
Yeah.
bullet.
It's going to restrict him from training additional units, which could be key since PewQ has a lot of pressure going on right now. He'll chop to make up the difference.
I think the problem for Pew is that he has less of an ability to make a move than he did even last turn.
Yep.
Whereas these in like he's in the slightly worse position, but he's fine.
Yeah.
Because all he needs to do is like hold on to these cities until like Pew's run out of offense, and he just pushes giants forward, backed up by catapults. Like nothing.
PewQ's been doing a
breaks
great
it.
job of conserving his already existing army to just wait and bide his time to see if something comes up. And I think that something was last turn, but we'll see if he's able to generate anything from here and how the Alpha will react.
Yeah, I'm wondering how the game may have gone if.
Okay, so he moved his rider there because he wanted to scout if there was a ZOC or zone of control block, and he wanted to see if he could kill the unit so that he'd be able to road his knight towards the catapult. But because it's a giant, he doesn't have the firepower to kill it, so he's not going to send the knight there.
I wonder how the game might have gone if you had moved giants towards the capital instead of that center city.
Yeah.
It's more or less what happened in the first game, but see, getting close to Killer Monument here. Yeah, okay.
Giant. That's going to be key. The one thing keeping Pew in the game, despite having a lot less cities, is that he's on giant parity.
Yeah, he's been able to defend this position because of that tiny eco from cities. It's like eco to tech ratio and like tech cost, like number of cities.
Yeah, and also just
Plus,
pure firepower of the giants.
yeah, like he's gonna have to break these if he wants to move forward, and he's been doing a really good job keeping them around.
Looks like he's going for the break.
The defenders are like fine to like hold off the offense, but really what he just
Looks
needed
would
was
be
like
funny.
need The Alpha has org and the income for it. And his decision here.
I like the archers in the back and the catapult in the back.
He doesn't want to bunch too much stuff up. He likes having the defenders. He's like, yeah, knights can't chain this. I'm safe and chain here. I mean, if the riders and the archers and whatnot, but it gives a sense of security.
That road was key, because if he just moved it south, PewQ could buy climbing, step on the mountain, and kill the catapult. But by moving it 2 tiles to south of the catapult is safe.
How does PewQ respond? Okay, he's not working on killing that giant. He's going to retreat somewhere. Yeah, I don't see the way, like, his path towards taking any of these cities from this point.
His hope is to out-giant Micro, and then to convert that into simply having more giants than to push with that.
Yeah, even if he pulls up with more giants, the Alpha's position, he can just defend more easily. Just put catapults in the back that Pew can't reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine
I'm
playing it
fine.
out. I think there's going to be more interesting gameplay. I don't think it's going to change the outcome of the game, but
It's
I
good
do think,
content.
yeah, we're going to see, like, the moves he's making are impressive. The way he's holding, as long as he has been. As long as the players want to keep playing it out, I say let them. This is grand finals, baby.
Say its full name with the icky karma.
I need to go look that up then. Oh, you don't know the full name of the Bola Grand Finals?
I think Scree said the full name once, but it was so fast I could not understand it.
We'll get you covered.
So you're referring to this tournament, referring chorus, Icky Super Quickie Mover, Kicky Fair Trade, Picky Time, a Ticky RNG Sticky gives the Hickey Supreme Great Grand Finals Battle Palooza.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's a mouthful.
Some of you may be noticing that both of them are keeping their giants away from each other instead of closing the distance, and that's because giants have a much higher attack value than they do a defense value. It's 5 versus 4, which creates a very big difference in who does the most
He's
damage.
gonna time, and I've got to warn him. You have 6 seconds left. There we go.
Let's start telling them 20 seconds out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have 1 second. I'm sorry, you just lost.
They're kind of close, and as funny as it is to watch them freak out, I kind of want them to not be
Not be in a
interrupted.
good headspace.
You have 3 seconds before you lose.
You have 3 seconds before we kill another hostage. Usually it's fine to drop a defense boosted giant in front of another one just because that 1.5 times bonus means it has 6 defense instead of 4, which is higher than
Yeah.
the attack.
And
However,
then they take even damage. It just depends on the supporting units.
Yeah, when you've got like archers and stuff dealing chip damage first, and changes the way the damage formula works out for the optimal moves are. Yeah, the alpha just keeps closing in here.
Very slow and steady has been able to get his catapults into a range where they can finally hit the archers, which is interesting because both of them, in theory, have the same range. Because even though catapults reach 3, archers can move before they attack, so they technically have the same range to some extent. That's all about who has a tempo for the first move or not. Very good. He hit the archer on the outside because now the capital archer can't move forward and hit his catapult. It's blocked by the 3 giants, or the 2 giants and the defender.
To be honest, I would have expected. I think the alpha could have. At this point, anyways, he can certainly finish this up a lot more quickly just by getting knights of his own.
Oh yeah. He survived the offensive, now it's his game to finish off. And that's why you're seeing him getting riders, because they're a quick moving unit, so they can catch up to the battlefield the quickest.
Okay, he's coming up on 20 seconds. Should I warn him?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have 20 seconds.
No.
All right.
He does that a lot. He psychs me out. I'm like, oh, he's ending the turn. No way, he's not. Okay, but now he has.
No, he ended his turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he passed a few.
And now PewQ
Yeah,
has internet issues. Oh wait, no, it's just, never mind. He's playing, it's just lower quality on my side.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with his quality, to be honest. I don't want to say anything about it, though.
Ronin are sabotaging him losing.
He
Not
must
for
be driving
mortals
for
to see.
Kansas. He's got to deal with this giant, or else he just loses that city.
It'd be funny if he disbanded all his units and went for a peace treaty.
PewQ found it the only winning move. Disband for peace.
That's interesting, because now he can't move the 1 giant that's 2 tiles away from the capital south to get 3 all up on the capital. Because I think having 3
Doesn't he
giants...
have roads?
Oh, he does, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because he needs 3 giants around the capital to guarantee unsieging a giant. That works as well.
Yeah, the alpha should be able to close out this game in 1 or 2 more turns. Gonna play really slowly, just whittle away at those giants. If they both take out all of their giants,
Farming! Okay.
he just wants more giant.
In a city that can't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, if he hadn't chopped that,
There you go, there you go!
by
No, go west! There's a hut there! You have the open tree!
Oh, it's right there! I think that loses the game
Where's
for
the
it.
giant for the alpha?
You got it, it's right there.
You're about to move your unit to it.
You moved on top of it. No, don't put the monument there, man.
Oh.
Jeez.
He didn't see that forest. Ah.
Probably because he's thinking about how he only had 6 seconds. Radley.
Border boy moment. I wonder how PewQ felt watching that, because he can count the city score and be like, "Why? You have the forest right there."
Hopefully we can ask them about when they're done.
After a game like this, I might just be too fried to think.
I think that's what's going on PewQ's screen right now. The phone isn't moving. I think he's just staring there.
Yeah.
He's deciding, should I resign now or can't play it out? Or he's thinking, this game's been going for 50 minutes. Come on.
It's like typing up a storm on Discord.
DMing Australia to join the match.
Stop the torture. GG.
There
well
we
played.
go!
Okay.
That's game.
The Alpha is now the grand champ.